Don't turn it off now. You need this stuff. Tampa Bay's Tan Talk Radio Network.
Hey, this is Carl Eller from the Minnesota Vikings Hall of Fame. You're talking sports with Randy Harris.
We are back live from Tournament the Pizza. The show continues 1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Let's get right back into it. Let's head up to Boston, my home away from home, where I met my wife many, many years ago. And as we continue talking about UFC 292, and welcome Brad Tavares back to the show. Brad, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys doing? Thank you for having me.
Things are good, and we'll talk about the fight, and we'll talk about things that are important, but most importantly, let's talk about back home out in Hawaii. Do you have family? Do you have friends affected? How can we help? I know there's a lot of help going out to the state of Hawaii, and we want to be involved.
Yeah, my wife is actually from Maui. Luckily, all of our close friends and family are safe. But yeah, of course, being from a small island, you do know you have friends and families that that were affected. So it's really crazy for them back there. The media, doesn't really cover it as like we have people that are there at ground zero that are seeing these things, that are helping, that have been helping this, it's a week now. So the things they're seeing, and we're hearing these stories back. So it's really sad and scary. As far as for help, everybody's coming together, and a lot of donations as far as supplies were made, and I think they're all good with that. And I think right now the biggest thing is that people can start helping by donating like monetary gifts, gift cards, or even to like certain. I would say anybody who does want to donate, don't go ahead and donate to Red Cross or FEMA or any of these people, because there's families that are directly affected that need the funds now. They literally lost everything, a whole town or city burnt to the ground. So they lost everything, their schools, their businesses, jobs, cars, all of it is just gone, so they need immediate help. And there's a lot of red tape with these, like nothing against them, FEMA, Red Cross, and all of that. They're trying to help, and I'm sure there's procedures and there's things that they need to follow, but it's making it harder for the people that are affected. So I've been posting a bunch of direct links to GoFundMe's and Venmos of people, actual families. These lists have been vetted by people that I know and trust personally. So anybody who did want to donate, you can go ahead, jump on my Instagram. It's Brad Tavares 808. I've posted these links to families and Venmos and GoFundMe's that you can directly donate to them.
Okay, and we'll continue to publicize those, and that's what I wanted to ask about. How can we get them to the people? And 9 out of 10 times it eventually gets there, but by doing it the way you're suggesting, it's going to get there tomorrow, not 2 weeks.
Yeah, get there instantly. Yeah, instantly. Yeah, because and what I tell people is like we do appreciate all the donations and like anything, whatever it is, however small or big, it doesn't matter. Every little bit helps. But just be cautious. Again, like I said, just donate to places where, like I said, all the links that I'm posting are people that I know personally or someone I know knows them personally, right? So they've been vetted, and this money will go directly to those families in need.
Perfect. And like I said, we will definitely continue to push that throughout the upcoming days, weeks, and months. Quick turnaround. Just 4 months ago, you were in the octagon.
Yep.
Curious, did you take a day or two off? And I'm going to say no, because I was in Extreme Couture last week and I saw you there.
I took a little bit. You always got to take just a little bit of time off, but I like to stay active as far as like just lifestyle wise. I might not be in Coutures every day training, doing art classes and sparring and whatnot, but I'll be staying active. I'll be on my mountain bike. I'll be out there hitting the trails, or I'll be in the gym, just getting a workout in, or I'll go diving. I like doing physical things. I like staying active in that sense. So yeah, I'm always doing something.
When I was at Extreme Couture last week, Randy's been a friend since UFC 1, or Tough 1, I'm sorry. I'm watching all these classes. I'm seeing you, doing a little bit. I see some guy that's putting on a class. Then he goes and trains. The guy's Sean Strickland, only has a big fight coming up, and he's teaching classes there. I thought it was so cool.
Yeah. No, you know what? I love that. I love that. We have a bunch of great guys in the gym, high-level guys, and they're giving back, and maybe not even in the sense of, they're an actual coach that is like a paid coach by Couture's. But if one of the coaches are out, if Eric is out or Dennis or Nate or whoever it may be, if they're out, one of the guys, myself, Sean, one of the guys, veteran guys that have been there, will step up, run the class, run the practice, and a lot of times we end up making our own practices if there's something that we had wanted to work on, and our gym is great about that. Couture's is great about that. As long as there's no class conflicting with the mat space or the cage time, then they're like, by all means, do whatever you guys want to do. You guys have free roam of the gym. They're not trying to turn it into a class and everybody has to check in and yada yada. So we got a good thing going.
Very cool. You said you did take a couple of days off. What is like a cheat thing for you? You had the couple days, and then obviously you had to get back in camp. Is it a cheat food? Is it a cheat dessert? What is something that you normally wouldn't do that you're able to do for those couple of days?
You know what? I would say, as far as my diet goes, I don't eat like so crazy. I eat pretty good overall. So I feel like the way I eat outside of camp is almost the same as I eat in camp. And then obviously as it gets closer to the fight and weight becomes more important, becomes more of a factor. I start watching how much of things I eat, and then I start eliminating certain things. I can't go just smash a bag of chips at 10 o'clock at night, that's going to affect me. Or I'm a big cereal guy. I love eating cereal, and my appetite gets wicked when it gets late at night. So if I'm up at midnight and I get hungry, which I always get hungry on that time, I'll be smashing cereal, big bowls, 3 of them. Can almost eat through a whole box of cereal in one sitting. But now that we're closer, I can't do it.
What's the brand? What cereal do you like the best?
I would say one of my favorites is probably Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and that's my daughter's favorite cereal. But I do I have if you go in my pantry, I got a bunch of different cereals. Honey Bunches of Oats, regular Life cereal I like, Peanut Butter Crunch, Fruity Pebbles. So I got some variety in there.
That's awesome. I know that there's a restaurant in Boston. I know there's one in New York as well. It's a cereal restaurant. And you walk in and they literally have every cereal. I haven't had cereal. I haven't had milk in probably 40 years. I haven't had cereal since I was in the Navy, so in 1980.
Wow.
Maybe I should have
you got to get back on your cereal grind.
Yeah, I might have to. So tell me, the phone rings, whether it's you, whether it's the management, whatever. What are you guys looking for when the phone rings? Is it the name? Is it the location? Obviously, the name Chris Weidman has to be of interest, but what is that first thing that you're looking to hear?
I think it kind of depends. So if it's a like you said, a big name like Chris Weidman, I feel like that kind of trumps everything. This is a great opportunity. A former champion, he has a big name, big following, great fight. I like the fight stylistically, so I think that trumps everything as far as the next steps of where it is, when it is, et cetera, et cetera. But so it kind of just depends, because if they're like, we want you to fight, I don't know, tomorrow, right? Just for instance, it would matter who that's against. I wouldn't fight tomorrow against some guy making his UFC debut. That would make no sense. But if they're like, hey, this is a possible contender fight, would you do it? Then of course, So all those other things, the date, the location, all those other things go out the window. So I think, I guess the opponent would probably be the most important thing to take into account.
So Brad, all right. So we talked about the business side. We talked about the relief side, but let's talk about the horn blaster side and like the way you scare the tar out of people in traffic. And do you get as much fun out of it as I do watching it?
Oh man, I think I get more fun out of it. Like people, I always tell people like they don't realize. I think there was one video I posted that my brother was the one filming, and like towards the end, you kind of catch a glimpse of my face, and you see the joy in my face. Like that's all I have every time. Like even when like I'll start getting giddy when I see an opportunity. Like I say I'm in traffic and I see somebody at the corner and I'm turning left and I know I'm gonna turn past them, and there's a very good chance that this person is gonna get very startled by my horn. I already start giggling, like with the anticipation of it. So yeah, I love it. I get a kick out of it.
All right. So speaking of opportunity, Tampa, as where Randy and I are based out of, Horn Blasters is located in Tampa on 54th Street. So when you come down to see your sponsor, when you come to town, we'll roll out the red carpet for you at the restaurant. We'll hang out. We'll go out bow fishing. We got Captain Kelly here does bow fishing on tours.
Do a whole weekend, yeah.
We'll do a whole weekend, man. We'll roll out and we'll drive around and we'll film.
In the limo. We'll drive around in the limo and let you do that.
We can scare the crap out with the horn blasters.
Hey, that would be freaking awesome. I've always wanted to try bow fishing. That looks fun.
When do you want to do it? Well, hey Kelly, we need to book Brad Tavares for some bow fishing. All right, so we're going to get a date from him. He's going to come down. We'll have the limo pick him up.
Yeah.
We'll do the whole thing. Give me obviously the big deal is Saturday, UFC 292. Chris White, like you said, former champ. Give me your thoughts on Chris.
You know what? Honestly, I have nothing but respect for the guy. I think the way he's carried himself inside and outside of the cage he's always been an upstanding guy, and I respect him. But at the end of the day, it's me versus him, and I think that I'm the more complete and better fighter. But again, I have nothing but respect for him. He's done it. He's been a champion. He's durable. He's been in the game a long time. But Saturday, it's my time. So it's gonna be me.
Obviously, it's a silly question. You're a veteran. You've done this numerous times. But, I've talked to people, and they're like, I respect it. And then afterwards, they go, I respected him too much. I didn't do my fight. Again, I know you're the veteran of numerous fights. But how do you make sure that doesn't happen and you don't fall into that?
Oh, I mean, when I say I respect him, is like somebody just recently asked me, like yesterday or something. They're like, oh, is there any... Oh, in fact, it was these guys I had met on the plane ride here to Boston, and they're asking me, and they're like, oh, yeah, is there, like, any bad blood or whatever? And I was like, no, there's no bad blood. And then they're asking me, they're like, oh, well, so how do you, like, fight someone if there's not that there or whatever? And I was like, bro, at the end of the day, what people got to understand is that when that cage door closes, that guy standing across from me, he's trying to take me out. He's trying to hurt me. So regardless if I respect him or not, regardless if we were, like, even friends or not, like, I'm not one of those guys who could fight my friends, but still, like, at the end of the day, if that person across from me is trying to hurt me, trying to take from me, take me out, put me out, like, all respect goes out the window. Like, I'm still trying to hurt you. I'm still trying to kick your head off,
So that you can get back in the car and do your horn blowing. Before I let you go, exactly. I come to Vegas. I cover, I've covered the UFC since the very beginning, and beginning meaning UFC 1. Been to Vegas a lot of times. I go to the same 3 places to eat. I go to the same 3 places to hang out. What's a place I should go check out the next time I'm out in Las Vegas?
What for eating? You mean?
Yeah,
or
for eating,
for anything?
and I'll eat anything.
Okay, you guys eat anything? So 2 of my favorite places, or things to eat, I should say, and both of them are all you can eat, because how we do in Vegas.
we're
all you can eat sushi.
Brad, we're best friends already. If it's all you can eat.
You know what? No, so that's why, like, people ask me, they're like, well, like, what is your team or whatever? It's like, dude, just last week I had all you can eat sushi and all you can eat Korean barbecue. So, like, I still eat good. You know what I mean? Like, the things I'm eating aren't that bad, so I can still eat a lot of it. But, yeah, you guys definitely got to go check out It's Sushi. on or in Vegas, you can look it up. There's 2 locations. It's the all-you-can-eat spot. And then Master Kim's Korean BBQ, all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue spot. 2 of my go-to places.
I wrote them both down. We normally go, and we went to last Friday to Sushiwa, which I think is out in Henderson, which is phenomenal. But I'll try your sushi place next time I'm out. Brad, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So Brad, so I assume you know Matt from Horn Blasters.
The comedian of the show has something else for you.
But I'm not the comedian. If you know Matt, when you come to town and we go bow fishing and we hang out at the restaurant, you got to invite Matt from Horn Blasters because he has the funniest Facebook post I've ever seen. And it's a picture of him and adult film star Ron Jeremy. And the caption says, "Happy Father's Day." And I got to know
that's
this
a good one.
So bring him in with you when you come down.
Awesome. Brad, thank you very much for your time. I know we have your address. We're going to send you a care package from 8 Man Strong as well as Bucked Up Energy Drink. Have fun this week, and more importantly, have fun on Saturday. I'll text you my number, and so whenever we can get you down here, we'll set you up with the fishing, the limo, the whole 9 yards.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Brad Tavares back in the Octagon this Saturday, UFC 292. We will continue with more shenanigans and you getting me in more trouble.